Donna Drake, but this is Brian Cohen, our nonprofit correspondent. And Brian, who did you bring with us today?
Donna, today we have Michele Gervat with us from the American Heart Association. And there's a lot of things that are going on at the Heart Association that actually go beyond the heart. It's all those things that feed the heart also. Michele, great to have you here today.
Thank you so much for thinking of having us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, it's so important. Heart health is everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. You take care of your heart, you take care of your whole body.
Right.
You know?
And I don't think people realize how prevalent heart attack is.
They don't. People do not have any clue. People are not afraid of heart disease. They're more afraid of the other illnesses that are more visible. Heart disease to them is not something that's very visible. So you have these symptoms, or you're not feeling well, and you chalk it up to indigestion, and you might have had a silent heart attack. You know, so there's so many different things that we're trying to do to raise awareness. And we've changed our whole mission statement, and that basically used to be we were fighting heart disease and stroke. Well, now we're building healthier lives free of cardiovascular diseases and stroke. So it makes a tremendous difference to be proactive rather than reactive and wind up in the hospital. So, you know, it's very, very important to think about these things.
They do a lot of community outreach seminars.
Oh, absolutely.
We both attended. So.
Yeah, we do lunch and learns. You know, if a company has, we try to get to the roots of everything that we do is community oriented. How are we going to make an impact and realize our 2020 goal, which is to, you know, to reduce heart disease and stroke by 20% for all Americans by 2020, and to reduce death and disability for all Americans by 20%. So that's a hefty goal, and we're getting there. We really are getting there.
It sounds like nutrition has to be a big part of this.
Tremendous. 80% of heart disease and stroke is modifiable. 80%. So if you're mindful of what you're doing, everybody says exercise. Absolutely. Don't look at the whole big picture. Choose one thing. Make a little change at a time. It's tremendous. It really can make a difference, you know. And as you age, it comes on. You know, it comes on fast. You know, not that it doesn't affect younger people, because it does.
It does. I just had a friend have 3 stents put in. They're lucky they recognized the signs and they got to a hospital immediately.
Absolutely.
You know, because the same thing, he's like, oh, I just have indigestion, and they start like putting it off. They don't think it's a heart attack.
No.
You know, oh, not me, not me.
No, not at all. And stroke is also another one that people do not ever think that they're having a stroke. You know, you don't feel well, you have a major headache, or you can't move a part of your body. You know, call 911, get to that hospital. There's a small window of opportunity, 3 hours, I'm sorry, where you can get in and they can give you an injection of a drug, and it can reverse the effects of a stroke. So it's very important to be proactive again and just move on what you're feeling. Know your body. Know your body. You really have to, you need to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have to grow out of our 20s. In our 20s, we were invincible.
Absolutely.
It reaches a point we're not invincible anymore, and we need to take care of ourselves.
Grow out of your 20s. This will be the first generation that may not live beyond their parents because of childhood obesity. It's gone up like 16%, and it keeps growing. So people, I don't know if you have children or whatever, but we never tested our children for cholesterol levels 30 years ago. Now they're being tested for cholesterol levels, and they're high. So that's pretty scary.
I went to an event where they were checking, and mine was at 200, and that's not great.
No.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great.
No. So you can modify that with your diet.
Right.
You can.
And I was the same way. I was like, ooh, that's not a good score.
No.
The high is not better with that.
Right. Lower is good.
Lower is good. Lower is good. No, and you went and you got it tested. Go to a cardiologist. You know, don't think that your regular doctor, your family doctor, is going to take care of you all that way. Go to a specialist in the field. Get your baseline and work from there. So important. We have a phenomenal website, www.heart.org, and it's got a wealth of information on there, and you know, things that you can do, you know, to make these changes in your life. So, really, a wealth of information.
I think you said it all before. You got to be proactive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're proactive with everything else. We're proactive with the way we look, you know. And it's interesting, too, about doctors. One of our doctors who are on the board, her famous line is this: if you go and get your hair cut and you don't like the way it looks, do you go back to that person?
No.
Do you do that with your doctor? You know, so you need to be comfortable. You need to be able to talk to people and you know he has to know you, she has to know you as well as she should, as your physician, so.
And I think just knowing what your heart looks like.
Absolutely.
Just if you, when you were talking about getting dressed, I had the visualization of like, okay, well, I know what the outside of my body looks like. What does the inside of my body look like? You know, go take a look.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's true.
Right.
Never thought of it that way.
It's really that simple. It's
Yeah.
like,
It
you
is.
know, how you looking in there today? You
right,
know, you
right.
check it out a little.
It would
so.
probably be very
Exactly.
scary for a lot of people with
It would be scary
some
for
of
a
the
lot
diets.
of people. You know,
Yeah, but
you can't-
together we can beat things, you know.
And you can't deny. You can't deny things. You know, you just need to make those changes. Like I said, 80% is modifiable. Those are high numbers that you can change.
Thank you.
You know.
And the good news is, too, we have all kinds of guests on the show that actually speak to it. That
We do. We have fitness programs. I
Right.
mean, at Live It Up, we really do. We really try to help everybody be healthy. And so thank you for spending time with us
I
here
really
today.
appreciate it.
And come
Thank
back
you
and
so
visit,
much.
you know?
I definitely come back and visit, for sure.
Excellent. All right. We want you to have a happy and healthy heart. So you can join us at liveituptvshow.com, or you could check out, is it heart.org, Michelle?
Yep,
Heart.org. That's
Yep.
pretty simple.
That was
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's the American Heart Association. They deserve that website, right?
I would think so.
The officials on the heart. Pump it up, pump, pump, pump. I'm pumping. Yeah, I'm still alive. Okay. Stay tuned.
That's great.
Yeah, that's fine.